beloved. I'm doing another Bible study at the park today. And this video is going to be on the system, the matrix, right? And this is really important to know because like a lot of people, like they might know about the system or they might know about somewhat of the Matrix. If you've ever seen the movie The Matrix, it is about Neo when he takes the red pill and he begins to understand like with the world we live in, you know. And so I just wanted to highlight a couple things before I start putting Bible verses, that talks about the Matrix and the world. Okay, so what is the Matrix, the system? There's different kinds of systems that we deal with. This whole thing is a system, right? But there's different systems that we, eventually deal with. The government, we have the left, which is the Democratic Party, and then we have the right, which is the Republican Party. And a lot of people are either left or right. Some of them are libertarian. I personally think I'm libertarian, but honestly, the government is a big joke anyways. But to go into more detail, the government doesn't care which side you choose. It's still this like the system. It's still the matrix, right? Credit cards, you have to have credit cards to buy certain things, or good credit to buy a house, or buy this, that, and the other. School, it promotes indoctrination. College, it promotes you to be closed-minded. It honestly, it really indoctrinates you to be atheist. Like, if you've ever went to school, you took biology, or you've taken evolution as a class, or science. Science itself is the opposite of spirituality, because science is physical, and that's how some people, we have this mindset of like, we are very closed-minded. We don't like hearing the other side. That's where a lot of the closed-mindedness comes from. We grow up, we're born, and our parents tell us, hey, you have to be this way. You have to go to school. You have to graduate. You have to make certain grades. You have to go to college. You have to have a good career, good, choice of college, good choice of career, degree, all that, and, good luck, good luck. There's, your work, wherever you work, you have to clock in, you have to do some type of work, and then you clock out. Social media, music, movies, all this is controlled. All of this is controlled, and I'm gonna get deeper into it. Big Farm, the pharmacy, there's a big right there. I'm gonna be okay. All right. The Big Farm, a lot of people don't know, is they promote drugs, right? You know how like drug dealers be like, drug dealers aren't gonna say like, hey, you want some stuff, but they're basically legal drug dealers, right? Because they're letting you get a drug, from the doctor. Okay, so to go a little bit deeper into this, because like these are just some systems. And a lot of people, like, if you don't really understand what I'm talking about, like, I'm going to get much deeper into it. But I want you to hold on to this. I want you to hold on to the message of what I'm trying to, tell you. Okay, I can't really say this correctly, but I'm going to try my best. The Hegelian dialect. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Hegelian, I don't know. We're just going to call it the HD. It's called the HD. There's the problem. Okay, create a problem in this world. Just create any problem. Poverty, COVID, sadness. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, okay? Reaction. Problem, you have the problem. COVID. Maybe you get in a wreck. Reaction. COVID, the reaction is, oh, I'm scared, I don't want to get COVID, or When you're in a wreck, I have to get medical attention, right? And then the solution. Hey, why not a vaccine? Why not you go to the hospital and get surgery and get put on opioids, right? You see how there's a problem, reaction, solution. It's like a big, it's like a continuous cycle, and we have so many of these today. And those are just a couple examples, but there's many, many more. And so what that is, this dialect came from someone that was a Freemason, and you know who Freemasons are. Freemasons worship Lucifer, right? So this is the Antichrist system as well. The problem, reaction, solution. So it's order out of chaos. When things are chaotic, when things are scattered, when things are there's no rules, everything is just random, right? And someone needs to step in and say, hey, I have a solution for it, right? Because they have a problem, and they want you to react. They want you to be fearful, they want you to be upset, they want you to be sad, they want you to be anything negative. The reaction is usually negative, right? So the problem, reaction, and then they're going to come up with a solution. Order out of chaos, right? That's the Antichrist, the beast system. To go a little deeper, we have, people in the Illuminati, or people that are of this world, like to dumb people down, like in music. Music, you have rappers, even in country music, they have singers that talk about drinking, and like whiskey and all these drinks or whatever. They want you to drink, and they want you to, creep. They want you to, create domestic violence within your household. They want you to be violent. They want you to drink. They're dumbing you down, worldview poisoning, medicine, food, GMOs in our foods, fears, COVID-19 perhaps, different fears, there's a whole bunch of different ones, but I don't really want to talk about that. Divide and conquer, that's a good one too. A lot of people are like the whole Black Lives Matter. And this is my personal view on it. You should love everybody equally, regardless of XYZ. You should, but they're making it a bigger problem, and we're gonna get into controlled opposition in a minute. Indoctrination is usually in school. They start you from a young age. Get in a line up. Remember, have you ever went in school and they told you to like get in a straight line and do this with a peace sign, and you had to raise your hand if you knew the answer. See, these are things that they controlled us since we were little, right? And let's say you didn't go to college, or you didn't go to school, and you were homeschooled. That can always vary, but most kids that went to elementary school, high school, whatever, we were trained to raise our hand to go to the bathroom, or raise our hand if we knew the answer. And a lot of stuff in school today, like it's really like doesn't make sense. Some of it doesn't make sense to me. And the science behind it, they talk about like energy, and they talk about evolution, and it's only like one-sided science, right? Controlled opposition, to go with the whole Black Lives movement. That's a really big example of controlled opposition, because the Democratic Party, I'm not on either side, I told you I was libertarian, but the Democratic Party does not care about race. I'm going to just let everybody know that. The Democratic Party does not care about your race. They don't care about that. They care about controlling you, letting the government control you. So the Democratic Party doesn't care about your race, doesn't care about, gay people. The Democratic Party does not care. The Republican Party, that's a whole nother story, but the whole point is that it's a system. It's the system, it's the matrix, right? The illusion of time, time isn't real. Did anybody know that? Father Time, Time itself is an illusion. Religion, now, religion itself is made by Satan, yes, because religion is not real. Having a relationship with Jesus Christ is real. Having a relationship with God, and people like to pinpoint, like, oh, you're just religious. I'm not religious. I have a personal relationship with Jesus. Symbolism's everywhere. The dollar bill, they got the triangle, the Illuminati deal. Mass media, on social media, you see, there's a whole bunch of stuff you see, but there's a lot of celebrities, influencers, like I said, would promote voting, promote body changing, like plastic surgery. Some of them promote gluttony, like the mukbangs, and they just promote things that are of this world, worldly things, and there's just so much more, but the whole entire message here is we live in a system. We live in the matrix. We were born to go to school. We were born to get a job, go to college, pay all those student loans, pay credit, all this stuff, and then we might get married with somebody, we might not, and then time gets us and we're like 50 years old and we're like, I just wasted my life like on stupid stuff. Your purpose in life shouldn't be anything worldly. God calls us he calls his children to spread his message. And I'm going to get to that right in a minute. I just want to let everyone know that, we might be in this system, we have to buy food, eventually the Antichrist is going to rise and we're no longer going to be in this system anymore, but this system wants to control us. We have to rely on the system welfare. There's many more, but the system wants us to depend on it so it can control us. And a lot of people, they either don't care, they just don't understand it. People go to college and they want to be a doctor and they expect it, 4 years. Hey, I want to learn how to be a doctor, learn all about biology and all that and stuff and blah, blah, blah. All right, let's say you're in your dorm room and you and your friends are getting drunk or whatever, and hey, can you go down to the gas station and get me some more beer or something? Okay, cool. And you get in your car and you drive and you hit a curve and boom, you're dead. And then you're going to step in front of God and you're going to say, I'm so sorry, I didn't know this was going to happen. And, you're going to tell God you're so sorry that you didn't spread his gospel like, you were supposed to. But, and it's sad because it happens all the time. And I talked about in the not hell testimony, but hell video, that people are, you don't know when you're going to die. You don't know. No psychic is going to tell you when you're going to die. You don't know when you're going to die. So, people just, they're so controlled by the system. They're so controlled and indoctrinated that, oh, I need to go to college. I'm not saying people that go to college is like, I'm like ew, like, no. Like, I understand you want an education, you want a career, and that's so okay. I'm not saying that people that go to college are wrong at all. Absolutely not. If you want a career, ask God, what do you want me to do? What is your plan for me? Right? If you are a Christian, like, ask God, what do you want? What's my career? What do you want me to do? Right? I want to be a florist. I think I would love to have my own shop and sell flowers and sell Christian books and give out Bibles, free Bibles, and maybe sell some floral clothing. I've always wanted to do something like that, spread his message. And, it's going to take some time to get there. Yes, I know that. But, and I'm just saying that ask God what he wants you to do in your life, spread his gospel, obviously, but, we're just so caught up in this world. That's the thing. We're so distracted. The devil likes to distract us in the system, and, we're always told we have to do this and this and this, and then before you know it, we're depressed, we're divorced, we have all these bills to pay. Like, life is not supposed to be this hard. It's actually supposed to be, if you live a relationship with Jesus, it's going to be a little sad sometimes. You know, you're going to have heartbreak, you're going to have this, that, and the other. But I'm saying, if you rely on the love that Jesus gives you, if you rely on his love, you know, the system, the matrix has nothing on you, right? It's fear. All the system wants you to do is fear. In 1 John 2:15-17, it says, "Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but it is of the world. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it. But he who does the will of God abides forever." John 15:19. I'm gonna do this one first because it's before that one. John 18:36. Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my servants would fight so that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now my kingdom is not from here." In John 15:19, "If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I choose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you." Another thing is when you spread the word of God, and when you draw closer to God, you spread his gospel, you know, in any way, shape, or form, however you do it, people are going to start not liking you. People are going to start judging you. There's a bee right there. Sorry. People are going to start judging you, and they're going to, you know, talk bad about you, be judgmental. You know, that's people anyways. But, you know, this world is evil. It is. So, as I was saying, just, you know, this world is not going to like you for, you know, your beliefs and your relationship with Jesus. And, you know, and when I say this world, the system, right? Because the world is not just one person, you know. The world is the matrix, the system, how this world is set up. And we have to remember that the devil controls the world. The devil is the ruler of the earth. Jesus beat him at the cross, right? But, you know, this world is like serving the devil. Like celebrities, YouTube people, influencers, presidents, politicians, they all worship the devil. Regardless if they say, "Hey, I'm Catholic, I'm Christian, I believe in God." No, they do not. Because God does not make you famous. God does not make you have lots of money. Now, you can have lots of money and have a relationship with God. I'm not saying that. But, you know, most of the time, there's something behind it. And, you know, and a lot of people look up to these people that have big platforms and all this stuff, all this money, all this fame, all this control. But they never look at, you know, in between the lines, if you know what I mean. Like, they don't, like, what are they promoting? You know, like celebrities, like, they'll promote voting, or they'll promote just weird stuff, you know, and you just, like, you know, they want you to vote, you know. I could not tell you how many people I knew was put on polls on their stories, like Trump or Biden, or they would just, you know, like, don't forget to vote, and they had a little sticker, "I voted." Like I said, I'm libertarian. I didn't vote because I knew, like, libertarians have no chance. But I'm just letting you know that this world we live in is staged. We live in a stage, a play. It's played out. This has been played out. It's in the Bible. It's played out. You know, I watched this Freemason guru guy. His name is Ralph Smart, and he said that they plan stuff 100 years ahead. You know, that's somewhat true. They do plan it. I don't know about 100 years. It's like a long time before you know, and but this world we live in is staged, and it is a joke. And, you know, we have to understand that this world is not our friend. This world does not love you. Celebrities don't love you. They don't care. They don't even know you exist. Romans 12:2, "And do not be conformed to the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." So don't be conformed to this world. Be conformed to the transformation that God gives you. Be transformed by the Holy Spirit. be transformed by God's will. I don't know what's up with this motorcycle, and like when we're getting prepared for this, the Antichrist, the beast system, we have to know what the world is. We have to know what the system is. It's a big chess game, right? It's a big play. It's staged, like I said, and it's good to pray about it. It's good to tell people, hey, look, don't worry about college. Don't worry about making straight A's in college. Don't worry. Don't be fearful, and don't sit there. I have friends that will sit there and get drunk and high and all this stuff because they go to college and they work their brains, and it's just like they can't deal with it. And and I tell them, like, they get mad at me, and I tell them, like, you need to understand that this is temporary. This life is temporary. College, temporary. But this is really temporary, and you never know when you're going to die. You really don't. And I pray that this message fills you with love and just understanding. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude if you're in college or school or like you have a big job. I mean, money's not going to get you into heaven, no. Money can make you greedy, yes. And I'm not saying having money is wrong either, but I'm saying let the Holy Spirit and the love of God guide you. Don't let this world guide you, or just don't let this world manipulate you either. Don't let the world just change you, deceive you. Don't let it. Know the tactics of Satan. Know Satan's tactics. Know what, and don't listen to celebrities. Look, I'm letting you know this now because a lot of celebrities are wrong. Gurus, these famous people on YouTube, they are very wrong. And I'm just letting you know because a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, I was deceived too, but don't let this world deceive you. Don't let Satan teach you about Satan, right? Learn his tactics. Learn the system's tactics. And don't rely on it, Don't rely on it. Don't hurt yourself to protect the system or to participate in the system. Learn to believe in God and to trust God's plan, there's just one time I didn't have money. I didn't have any money, barely any money, and I didn't have a job. I would apply at jobs like left and right, and I would pray and ask God to just help me out, and I ended up selling my camera on Facebook Marketplace, and this guy gave me just enough to pay bills, and I was so thankful for that because God, he took care of it, So, I'm not saying be a bum and lazy, but I'm saying don't fear tomorrow. Don't fear tomorrow. If you're in college, have time to study, but put God first. Study the Bible. Learn to be closer to God. Learn God and Satan's tactics. Yeah, we need to learn his tactics, so we don't get deceived in these last days. So I'm going to end it here. This is just like a quick video. Sorry, there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on. I'm just trying to wrap it up. Thank you for watching, and I am open to I'm opening to answering comments from you guys, messages. I will put my social media. So I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a blessed day.